All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CA's number one podcast, The Daily Guardsmen. I am your host, Bob Saggio.
I am going to be your co-host, King.
And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have not a special guest, but a special guest, if you know what I'm saying. Captain ThunderKid. Give him a round of applause.
Yeah, I'm very special.
All right. Let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. ThunderKid.
Yes.
What's your history in CICG?
So, my history, I've kind of been here for like a long time. I mean, throughout like 2022, I was hopping between regiments and regiments like in June, July, and August because I could just not stick in one place. I first joined CICG in January, and I stick to that for a long time. And then I just kept on hopping between regiments. I ended up getting to sergeant in 2022, and then I left to CA. Then I came back in 2023. Then the entire Golden Age thing happened, and I got put back as a CO.
Mm-hmm.
And then after, I was kind of just like a smooth ride until I got Master Sergeant, and then Officer, and then I got promoted to Captain, and yeah, that's really how it's been.
So Captain's the highest rank you've ever achieved, right?
Yes.
So are you satisfied with where you're at now, or do you plan to shoot for higher, maybe even like high com?
I'm satisfied, but if I have the opportunity to shoot for higher, I will.
Understandable. Very understandable. Love that.
Alrighty, moving on. Now that we've covered two of our more serious topics here, just as the previous episode with Wild, we asked some of the CICG members to send in questions for Thunder. One of the first questions we got is, does Thunder like black people?
I really want to know this one.
Now, this is a very interesting question because
it is.
I have some friends who
Uh-huh.
are, yet at the same time.
They are what? They are what?
Yeah, at the
How would you
same
describe
time,
them?
they do kind of need to like get back, I'd say, on like the working. They are fulfilling their quotas, so. And, well, sometimes they can be loud, sometimes they just scream a lot and eat a little bit of KFC. Yeah, that's my opinion.
No.
All right, so Thunder, I asked Magic this question, and I didn't get a real answer from him. So now I'm going to ask you: do you think Billnix needs to implement a rule where we ban black people from CICG?
They're in certain cases. If they're being too disruptive, like monkey, then.
So are you saying black people are disruptive?
Is that what you're implying?
Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not.
Captain ThunderKid?
Like, sometimes, like they have genes that are passed down from their ancestors.
Who are their ancestors?
Early humans.
And where do early humans come from? So are you implying that black people descend from monkeys?
Well, all humans do technically, but they might be the extra.
All right. And could you go ahead and hold on, King. Could you go ahead and state your full username?
What?
Go ahead and state your full username for me so I can put that up on the screen.
ThunderKid267.
And your home address?
No.
Damn.
All right, so basically you're saying that Billy does in fact need to ban the watermelon munchers.
Bro. All right, we need to move on.
Okay.
On.
All right, moving on. Thunder, you are the captain of CICG, and you are also our head of combat. How do you feel on the state of CICG's combat, being that we are a guarding-focused regiment?
So my opinion for a guarding regiment, it's okay, but compared to like an infantry regiment, it's horrible. When I said the thing to do CTs, yeah, no one really did that. So that kind of sucks.
Listen, man, I've tried my best.
Yeah, I've also tried my best, but
Yeah.
like
I've hosted
No
a lot of
one's doing it.
CTs.
That I've made multiple
Bob,
announcements about
Bob,
this. too.
have you tried your best, Bob?
Yeah, I hosted a CT the other day.
Round
Nice,
of applause for Bob.
Yeah,
amazing job.
yeah, that's my first one. Probably my last too.
Yeah, there is a whole bunch of PTs and GTs which are good. Yet we do need more CTs and maybe a couple more IPs.
How do you feel about MTs?
MTs? I mean, isn't it just it's just shooting a gun? I think a person
Honestly,
Isn't that what combat is?
the other day I did host my first MT, and I'm gonna be honest, it felt kind of pointless.
can exactly. It's just shooting a gun.
I was just teaching them how to shoot a musket.
Well, I mean that's a quality skill they need to learn.
I mean, it's like okay. It's like a. Yeah, no one even does MTs anymore, so I just don't see the point of them even being here.
Well, it was a seasonal thing, and now it's not really. There's no point.
Season.
Ian, go ahead.
Alrighty, this was another fan submitted question. What are your thoughts on CICG in the last 6 months? I don't know why the last 6 months specifically, but go on.
So a lot happened. First off, there was a new age of CICG, a golden age. That happened. There was also just never lose your smile, man. There was that. There was also seasons which we went 3 and 5. That was okay. I got commissioned. Yeah, that was really good. I'd say it's been going uphill a lot ever since the end of the golden age and like and after Trey as well. When Billy got back as CO, we just started picking up so much.
Yeah, round of applause for Billy, because I know you're watching this, man. So good job.
Billy's actually one of our #1 fans. Everyone,
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually
He
building.
fangirls very hard.
Oh, absolutely! I'm building a little room for our podcast to take place in. Please show your support for that to Billy, so he'll put it in the game. So, anyways, we got to talk about what happened to me last night. So,
I have no clue what happened.
so some people
Bob had a
know.
little whoopsie.
Some people know. I was driving home from a shopping center in this very nice town, and I came around this corner, and then there was a long straightaway, and traffic kind of built up a little bit. The car in front of me had stopped really far back from the car in front of them, so they started creeping forward, but pretty quickly. So I assumed they weren't stopped, that they were just going a little slow. So, I didn't press the brakes that hard. And by the time I realized, oh, fuck, I need to stop, it was a little bit too late. So I jerked that shit to the the left, and I clipped my car on the back of their car. And it was pretty bad. And now I'm going to be spending a lot of money to fix that.
Wait, hold on, Bob. I thought you hit a deer.
Yeah, it was a deer that was white and shaped like a car and had 2 people inside of it.
Oh, okay. I see.
Basically a deer.
So, Thunder, the question specifically was, why did Bob wreck his car?
Yeah. Why do you think I wrecked my car?
I guess a deer in a car just kind of came in there.
A deer
That
car.
was-
Yeah,
I never heard anything about a car. I recall him saying a deer came out of nowhere and almost hit him.
It was a deer, but it was a car-shaped deer.
I mean, I guess that deer gotta watch out, man.
Yeah. And then the state police showed up and Bob got a ticket. So
Alrighty.
it was a long night, and then I got back and we weren't able to film because I was very disappointed in myself.
Did you at least take the deer and eat it for dinner?
Did you have a Thanksgiving?
Okay, there was no deer.
I was lied to.
It was a car shaped like a car, but it was also a deer shaped like a car. So it was a car. I hit a car.
Wait,
Bob, do you drive like a white girl?
wait,
Yeah, basically.
hold on. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So the deer has wheels?
Yep, the deer has wheels. 4 of them. I had 4. Now I have a headlight in one of them.
Moving on from Bob's little
Whoopsie
whoopsie
daisy.
he had with his deer. All right, Thunder, you have not. I also, honestly, not too long ago, you were commissioned as lieutenant, and now you're captain. However, that came with some consequences. That came with the immediate retirement of Nepo, Card Shark, and Airhawk. What are your thoughts on all 3 of them retiring just one after another?
First off, Drag also retired at the same time. So, the main 3, and then Drag as well. Drag was kind of a side person. Yeah, Drag retiring, that wasn't that big of a deal. Next up, Nepo. I mean, he was a pretty big part. Then slowly but surely, he kind of just got like more inactive. So I guess him retiring was just either putting up more space, and for us, Card Shark, he was not qualified, so that got him a decommission, which he said he retired, but he didn't. He was actually decommissioned because he was not fit for the position. And Airhawk, I mean, everyone was kind of like okay with him being. I mean, all 3 of them being decommissioned / retired, like it didn't really have a big effect on CICG, in my opinion.
Yeah. They were pretty inactive, so.
Yeah, so you're saying they're just irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were kind of irrelevant, especially like Airhawks. Just no one, like by the time he got an officer, no one really liked him because he was a power abusing lot.
So
I remember him. He went on IN for like 3 weeks and just disappeared.
Yeah.
well, you live, you laugh, you love, whatever they say.
I still actually hold a very personal grudge against Card Shark.
Our Shark sometimes can be a little bit more like he might be with like Black Monkey type.
Okay, since we don't have this on the list, but this is something that I'd like to talk about. They're talking about merging the training camps for all the 3rd Brigade regiments. What do y'all think about that?
I think it's gay.
I think it's stupid, but it could
It's very stupid.
It's stupid because why don't, first off, they should have their own devs. Yet, let's say this does go through, like, all of the hard work that people spend on the training camps would go to waste as well. So there would be, like, no real point. And it would just be a waste of work. And,
So I think that's unanimously, we all disagree. And I know the vote actually, it was pretty low. Most people have disagreed as well. So I think it's probably not going to happen, but they're still talking about it, even though the vote was so low. And that's kind of worrying.
Yeah, I just think that MP and Dragoons and stuff can get their like own training camp.
I need it. Yeah, I think they should step it up on that. That's an improvement they need to work on.
Dragoons has
By the way,
I just in fact voted no on that poll just now.
It's 22 to 17. There's 17 yeses and 22 nos.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to go through with it. Jeffy always has these ideas, which some of them are good, but some of them just kind of pointless.
Yeah, I respect that he's coming up with new ideas and stuff. I mean, just in my opinion, they're really hit or miss.
Oh yeah, he's an amazing VGen because he's active and comes up with those ideas. But I don't like roaming guarding really. I mean, it just takes GTs way too long to teach, and it doesn't really benefit in any way. Because what are we guarding? Why are we guarding a sandbag? Why are we guarding a tree?
Hold on, I'm telling Billy. I'm telling Billy good night.
Okay. All right. Well, on that note, we're coming up right on the 16.5 minute mark. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out here. Thank you for tuning in to the Daily Guardsmen. We're actually going to try and record a part 2 of this because we just have so many great topics we want to discuss with Captain Thunder. So that might be released after this one, or it may be held for between seasons 1 and 2 as a little teaser. So thank you for joining us. I have been Bob Sagia.
I have been your co-host, King. Sounds good.
Supposed to say something?
Yeah.
Do I say it now?
Yeah.
Bro.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna say it now. And I'm your guest, Thunder.
Jesus Christ. Okay. That was...
Bro, this is... Wait, before we start, Thunder, I got a question.
Yes.
Are you white?
Yes.
Alright, good.
Alright.
If you said no, I might have, exited this VC and not filmed. Alrighty, moving on. Now that we have covered one of our more serious topics, like I said, Alright, we're gonna retry that. Alrighty, moving on.
My bad.
Alrighty, moving on. Now that we've covered 2 of our more serious topics, drop the bottle, dude.
I mean, if they don't do their job and get me more stuff, I'm gonna have to get the whip.